Hello everyone, welcome back. And I should be the one who is making my return on Third Man Cricket Show. I think it's been like almost 2 weeks since I last appeared, but finally here I am. And it's that time of the season. We got Sanjay who is representing RCB here. We're gonna talk about RCB, the famous win that they had against their rivals, I would say, because SRH and RCB की जो rivalry चलती आ रही है, I think it's a big win for RCB and also for the points tables point of view as well. So welcome Sanjay, and also along with that, we're going to talk about the current match that is going on. That is also very important when you talk about Delhi Capital's chances. So CSK, just to remind all of you guys about this current score. So CSK were put into bat by Delhi Capitals. They scored 208 runs, backed by a wonderful opening partnership yet again from Ruturaj and Devon Conway, who just missed out on his 100, got out on 87, and then Shivam Dubey and Thala Masterclass took them to 208. Now Delhi Capitals currently 36 for 1 hai, 4.1 overs mein, so still that game is on the way. So, but Sanjay, let's talk about RCB, man, because I can already see lots of comment section coming here, and I could already make out कि आधे से ज़्यादा लोग तो RCB fans in the comment section. But just tell me, how are you feeling as an RCB fan right now?
Yet, when RCB took batting, I was happy because whatever Matthew Hayden told that yes, this is a pitch which can be batted first and average score is just 170. Matthew Hayden himself, the great man, he told like 175 is the max which I can expect from this pitch. And yes, we had Kohli opening again, and I was shocked to see Jagdisha Suchit. I don't know why did Kane go, but after the first ball, I knew why did Kane choose Suchit against Kohli. Then on one more golden duck. Actually, I lost somewhere. I get lost hope. So power play is done. I think 6 overs it will be somewhere around 30, 35 or 25, 30. But then Rajat Patidar coming in, anchoring with Faf and taking on all the pacers. It's like it's so amazing. It was so amazing to see. Power play we reached somewhere around 47 to 49, which was good. So overall, yes, when you talk about Faf's batting, a perfect captain's knock. What Faf did, a 70, 73, and I have to mention this Dinesh Karthik, man. I don't know why he was frustrated from 3 matches. I guess this match he comes out, he smashes 8 balls 30, and the last over he takes off to 25 runs. Later, like it's literally amazing. 175 was the average par score, and we took it to 193. I was pretty satisfied, and Hasaranga proving his worth yet again. So I am pretty much happy. He's just 1 wicket behind Chahal, which is a happy sign for RCB fans. So when you come to run rate, the same RCB gave SRH a positive run rate, and the same RCB dipped them to negative run rate today. So I think 14 points is pretty much sorted, but our NRR are still on the -1. We have to look it for the next match, I guess.
Exactly, and we're talking about the other match. So we got Sanmay here representing the Yellow Army, and he came at the right time because जैसे ही Sanmay आया, a wicket fell down. And it was a big wicket for CSK. David Warner, the main man who starred in the last match against SRH, he is gone, and effectively now CSK has a control over this game because David Warner, I think Sanmay, even you will agree with me on this. अगर ये मैच जिता सकता था तो David Warner ही था. So how are you feeling, Sanmay, with that wicket?
फीलिंग स्लाइटली रिलीव्ड क्योंकि मैं हमेशा से सोचता हूँ कि वार्नर इज द मेन मैन बिकॉज इफ ही स्टार्ट्स गेट गोइंग देन उसको रोकना बहुत मुश्किल पड़ता है एंड ही हैज ऑलवेज स्कोर्ड अगेंस्ट अस तो इट वाज रियली नाइस दैट तीक्षाना टुक हिज विकेट एंड वी आर इनटू दैट डीसी मिडल ऑर्डर रियल क्विक बिफोर द पावर प्ले एंड्स सो इट्स गुड टू सी and hoping ki we peg them regularly and give a chance for our lovely neighbors RCB to go into the playoffs pretty much easily without thinking about net run rate much.
Exactly, and you are not even doing just RCB a favor, you are also doing us Rajasthan Royals a favor as well because we are also on 14 points. So if Delhi loses this, then the gap between the top four, the current top four, and the rest will be of 4 points. And at this stage, काफी बड़ा gap हो जाता है. So we are all Yellow Army. Even for the first time, I think RCB fans will be also supporting the Yellow Army today, and it is looking really good. But थोड़ा सा comment section के साथ भी interact कर लेते. We can already see a very lively one. शंकर कपूर काफी नाराज है हमसे बोल रहे कि I'm disappointed you were not live yesterday when Lucknow destroyed Kolkata. So I think he must be a KKR hater or a LSG fan. But anyway, sorry Shankar. I mean, currently with the schedule constraint and the manpower that we currently have, इसलिए 2 ही दिन कर पाते हैं. But I'm sure you must have enjoyed yesterday's victory. I mean, Lucknow, man, they are really looking strong. If you are a Lucknow fan, you must be very happy. top two तो I think confirmed हो ही गया है. What a journey it has been for Lucknow Star. First season of their IPL, and they have absolutely started on a well. But speaking about journey, you can also start your journey in the world of cricket, world of sports, by registering on CHAMPHUNT. It is a wonderful initiative. They are title sponsor. Just check out the video description. वहाँ पे जाके register कर लो. You can find lots of cricket lovers and sports lovers like us. उनसे interact करो. You can post about your particular favorite match or a particular team. Interact with them, and you can have a chance to win some amazing giveaways and offers in the future as well. It's a wonderful initiative, guys. Link in the description. जाके register कर लो. It's a wonderful opportunity. But coming back to the current match, Sanjay, you can already see RCB fans dominating in the comment section. One of them has said that they should have won by 68 runs. That would have been a perfect revenge there. But speaking about current match, Sanjay, so Delhi Capitals is, I think, the only rival currently for RCB for that top four spot. But next game, you guys are playing Punjab Kings, if I'm not wrong. So that is gonna be a big game. So what are your thoughts on that? And is there any changes do you see happening for that particular game?
See, it's sad to tell. I have backed Virat Kohli for 12 straight matches. I'm being honest. Yeah, the 14 matches we have just 11 matches or 12, two matches. We have two matches left, I guess. Yeah, we have two matches left, and I think Virat has been down this season. That's it's sad. We have to agree that he's been averaging of 19.2. But yes, we can back Anuj Rawat for one more game, I guess, because yeah, he's a true talent. He won us a match, crucial match, 66 runs. So and we have someone like, actually, to tell batsmen, all the good batsmen and the team, Mahipal, Lomror. I was feeling like Lomror in for Kohli. No, Lomror is playing. Patitar in for Kohli. Patitar is playing. I don't know whether how management thinks, like whether he goes for, whether they still back Kohli or they might sit him out for one match, I guess. At least two wins in two. I think we need two wins in two. Looking on the run rate, or one big win we need. So, and coming to today's match, yes, Devon Conway. I think he's been unstoppable. He just played four matches. Out of the first match when he played before his marriage, it was like okay, I guess. And the next three matches he's back with the bang, 87, 88, and against her it was 56 or 57. So yes, Conway is unstoppable, I guess, because the opening partnership what CSK is building, it's only after what Conway has returned. When you exclude against RCB that Maxwell took Rutra's wicket, except that the both the innings you see, the first match and this match, they both crossed 100 partnership. I think yes, I think CSK might, looking at CSK's bowling, I think Powell might smash CSK's bowling lineup. It is all about Tikshana how he tackles Powell. If he does have overs remaining, like MS made Tikshana bowl 18th over against RCB, and 1 over he just picked 3 wickets. Like come, I'll take your wicket. So it might be this. If DC wins today, I think RCB is in danger because they are +7, highest in the points table. They are +7. I think DC has to lose today and CSK has to win today. For the first, second or third time, I think I'm supporting CSK like this. CSK hater is like, come on CSK, win the match.
And don't worry, Sanjay, we are not the only CSK fans for today. Sanmit, आपको company भी है because Ryan is, as you can see, he's a SRH fan and obviously very disappointed. Last 4 matches they have lost in a row after winning 5 in a row. So that is the level. मतलब ऐसे बोलते हैं ना, cricket is a great leveler. वैसे हो गया SRH का. So he's also hoping for CSK to win this. Then उसके बाद it's all up to SRH and RCB to fight it
And
out with them.
Sanchit, one more point to tell is I think GT started to choke.
Yeah, we can talk about that as well because GT, I think we have felt that they might have peaked a little bit early, but let's see what happens. But currently, current match के तरफ आ जाते हैं. Sanjay already mentioned that Powell will be a big threat for that bowling lineup. But currently, score update कर देता हूँ. 55 for 2 है, and the power play is just about to end. Power play is just about to end. Sanmay, what are your key changes for this post power play period? Like which bowler would you like to see bring brought right up? Because अभी तो wicket फिलहाल चाहिए. Rishabh Pant is also looking promising right now. 300 के strike rate पे खेल रहे हैं. So which is that bowler you feel that will be making the difference now?
Maybe we can give 1 over of Dwayne Bravo before the 10th over. 1 over of Dwayne Bravo अच्छा रहेगा because he has that amazing ability of bowling the slower ball that deceives the batsman. But now since the field is up, field will be spread out and our spinners can bowl freely now. So I'm still rooting that Mahesh Theekshana might come for one more over, and or else it will be Moeen, because tonight if you see we have limited bowling options. We have only five bowling options, and that sixth bowling option is Shivam Dubey. So I don't know how much CSK trust on him. But for if CSK wants to bowl Dubey, he should bowl before 12 overs. After 12 overs, bringing Dubey is really risky. We have seen that in past. But now the most important part for CSK, ooh, sick four. DJ Bravo has come in. But for now, the most important for CSK to capitalize on middle over from 7 to 16. If we choke a DC batsman really well and get a 2 wickets here and there, then we are in a course of winning the game.
Exactly, and DJ Bravo I think is the player to watch out for in this particular period. But Ryan भाई यहाँ पे कह रहे हैं कि SRH is the most consistent team, whatever you guys say, win or lose. So yeah, maybe yes, because they have won 5 matches in a row and they have lost now 4 in a row. So maybe they are like a momentum based team, just like Gujarat
Balance.
Titans. Just like Gujarat Titans, because एक बार momentum, when you have that momentum, you carry it on for like 4 or 5 matches in a row. But when you start losing, you lose in a row. So Sanjay, how difficult it is to tackle such teams. I mean, at one place you have teams like SRH who are momentum based teams, but at the other end, it is your opponents for the next match. Dhruv Tyagi is also saying PBKS is more consistent, because PBKS, I feel, according to me, is the most unpredictable team in this league. You never know what to expect from them. So, what do you feel about PBK's chances to spoil the party for teams like us?
PBKs might spoil the party for RCB as well, because once when you see Rabada in the first starting 2 matches, I think he was not in form. He was getting smashed for 48 runs, 50 runs, and somewhere around 38, 39. I don't know from where he got that consistency, or is it the old Rabada we are seeing? He's backing 18 wickets now. 18 wickets, and Rabada is leading the wicket taking, leading the bowling attack in Punjab. And yes, Punjab has a top death bowler, Arshdeep Singh, who has been striking at just 7 in the death. He has, I think, overall when you see, he's been considered, I think, only 4 or 3 boundaries, 2 fours or 1 6. Arshdeep Singh is such a consistent bowler Punjab is having. Yes, even Rahul Chahar has been doing good. At the batting lineup, I think top order might fail if Mayank steps up again. So Punjab is trying new top orders against the combination is like the combination is different. One match you'll see Shikhar Dhawan and Mayank Agarwal. The other match you'll see Shikhar Dhawan, Johnny Bairstow, Shikhar Dhawan, Rajapaksha. So I think middle order is pretty strong. I guess Liam Livingston coming in. I don't know why is RR gifting their players for all top players they're gifting. We got Anuj Rawat, Mahipal Lomror, they got Liam Livingston, and literally I'm scared. Literally for Punjab match, the only player I'm scared is Liam Livingston. Even in the first match, that fellow is the only one who changed the things for us. He and Bhanuka Rajapaksha, only those two took the team to the winning line, because even when we set up target of 205, they chased it down in 19 overs with 1 over remaining. So yes, looking at RCB's consistency, I think Siraj should be benched. Some new bowler should be given, because Siraj has been inconsistent this season. He's been leaking a lot of runs. Even today, if you see, he's been the most expensive bowler when you consider the rest. Josh Hazlewood is 4 under 4 economy. Hasaranga is under 4. Harshal Patel is under 4 or under 5, and even Mahipal Lomror, yes, Glenn Maxwell, all these bowlers are doing good. I think Siraj is not getting his line or length, or even in our fielding, it's costing him wickets, dropping catches or misfields that is giving him boundaries or kind of that. I would like to see Siddharth Kaul, I can tell, because even though it was RCB who smashed him for 70 runs, I still want Siddharth Kaul to come into the team, because yes, I think he has some variations. I guess like his bowling actions or something like that. For one match, you can try Siddharth Kaul, because anyway, even if you exclude Siddharth Kaul, you have Harshal Patel, Josh Hazlewood, and the spinners are leading the attack for us. So I think try this combination for the match against Punjab, because yes, actually this is not a trial and error time. We don't have an option. I think Kohli can't be dropped, because unless Kohli tells I am sitting, they won't bench him, I guess. So that's the reason here and there it misplaces. Hope the one win against Punjab and we are done through, I guess. Winning against GT or losing against them, I don't know. If we win against Punjab, I hope we'll take a revenge on GT too, because they also edged a win on us in the last 4 balls. They won the match, so hope we take revenge both the teams. Actually, the rest 2 matches is revenge taking only, because we lost both of them. We lost against GT, we lost against Punjab. So hope RCB takes the revenge. And one more happy thing is today I'm literally so happy that after 6 years we're winning in green jersey. It was 2011, 16, and now it's 22. And 2 years we saw ourselves in finals. Hope we see this year also in finals. So it's very difficult when you take the top two teams, LSG and Gujarat, RR with. I don't know when does Butler comes to form. That is the only thing I'm scared. Even if he scores, he'll quick fire. He'll score a 50 like nothing, and he'll get out. Even if he goes out, RR will be in such a position like that for 6 overs, 50 or 60. And Chahal, yeah, we should be scared of him. If he stops taking 0 wickets in one match, and the next match he'll start taking 4 wickets, 3 wickets. The only thing is, I wanted any RCB player to compete with Chahal, ex-RCB, and 22 wickets and 21 wickets, and that has happened. I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, you spoke about teams that are contending for the top two spot, but उसके पहले हम लोग yes, जय भाई का comment ले लेते हैं. Thank you जय भाई once again for a wonderful gesture of sending us a super chat. Our stat man in the comment section, as we like to call him. Sanmay भाई, मतलब you must be very happy reading this. Opening partnership first 8 games it was pretty much average, but next time in last 3 games में जब से Conway आ गए हैं भाई, 182, 54, 110, like unbelievable turnaround, and that is such a happy side for CSK fans. But we'll talk about something very interesting, guys. Already हमने क्वेश्चन डाल दिया है, so you can see at the bottom of your screen, predict your top two spots. So as Ryan bhai said that अभी तक तो कोई ऐसे टॉप 4 भी मतलब पिक नहीं हुआ है, so top 2 प्रेडिक्ट करना it is very very going to be very interesting. So Sanmay, starting with you, ध्रुव भाई ने ऑलरेडी बता दिया है LSG and LSG, because you have the next two matches against their contender, because RR and GT are two teams that they will be facing. So LSG have it in their hand to finish in the top two spot. But Sanmay, what would be your prediction for the top two spots?
One of the new teams will surely go for be the top two. Will be either one of the top two because I feel for top two maybe the minimum points will be 18, and seeing the current scenario, at least there will be three teams with 18 points. So one of the two new teams will be there. Looking at the current forms and all, I feel LSG will surely finish in top two. GT might miss out, but they are sure they are just one game away from getting there. But somewhere I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Somewhere I have a gut feeling that maybe RR can come. Maybe RR can pip Gujarat Titans and go to the top two spots if they win their remaining games. So uh, still difficult to pick because now the first question is who will the top two, because lot of combinations are coming at the end. Some teams are losing their momentum badly, especially Gujarat is losing it, and for the first time they have gone to second position from top. So डोंट नो क्या क्या है अभी आशीष नेहरा कुछ पेपर लेके आते कुछ कमाल करके जाते कि नहीं जाते. It's still bit difficult to predict, but I feel looking at the current scenario, LSG should finish at top.
Exactly, and I agree. I think LSG एक तो top team का मतलब fix है ही, according to me, because the form they actually peaked at the right moment. They found out their weakness. They found that I think the way Mohsin Khan is bowling, I think it's really phenomenal, and that is what they really needed. But same can't be said about Gujarat Titans. So I think Gujarat की match जो next है, the next match is I think going to confirm the first spot for the top two spot, and it is
And who
LSG.
is next? Who is next?
Yeah,
Gujarat is playing to. Gujarat is playing to whom?
Gujarat is playing Lucknow. So that is going to be a big match, because the winner of that match is going to obviously finish in the top two spot. But the loser, I think it's going to be very, very interesting. So let's
I hope
say,
Gujarat loses. If Gujarat loses,
yeah,
RR has a chance. Check the run rate, and RR has a chance to go
exactly.
to top
Because
two.
if Gujarat loses, then the next two matches of Gujarat are against CSK, who are, I think, in the form right now. And also the last match they are going to face is against RCB, because RCB also they are hunting for the top two spot. So the next game is pretty much crucial for Gujarat, because if they lose that, then they are going to be against two teams who are vying, who are actually in the form of their life. And we can see Sanmay celebrating. So I think wicket आ गया है. Mitchell Marsh out हो गए. Sanmay, what do you think?
Yes, Mitchell Marsh is out finally. Because somewhere I feel that Marsh and Pant for last few games have been creating that momentum that DC is looking, and they were smashing the CSK batsman nothing, and sending some few nerves to both the states, that is Tamil Nadu and Bangalore, Karnataka. So they. So that has been the story. But with that wicket, I feel that more than that, way of getting out, it was more like we took that strategic timeout. We broke that momentum, because I always feel that strategic timeout is something that should be used strategically. If the opponent is going for runs, then at that moment you should take it, so that it breaks the momentum, and somewhere you may get the wicket. You have seen a lot of times after a strategic timeout there is a wicket. Somewhere around the corner there is a wicket, so we got it, and finally I can smile a bit. And also the
Don't
red
worry,
and black
Sanjay, तू
jersey player
अकेला नहीं है.
also.
तू अकेला नहीं है. I think everyone in the comment section also 90% except Dhruv bhai and the Delhi fans who are watching, everyone is supporting CSK tonight. So don't worry, it is yellow. We are bleeding yellow for tonight. So much needed breakthrough, as Drishti in the comments is saying. So yeah, I think Mitchell Marsh गए. I think Rishabh Pant अभी will be a key wicket. अभी Roman Powell, yeah, you have to keep him quiet. यार wicket ले लो यार, सनमय भाई खुश हो जाएंगे हम सब.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, I
because
think
somewhere Roman Powell is also a threat for us, because he has smashed some 16 sixes in past few games. I don't know, but he can smoke. He has that big guns to smoke it. उसका विकेट किधर जल्दी मिल गया, तो then it's our way. It's going our way.
एग्जैक्टली अच्छा है कि मतलब ओबेड मैकॉय नहीं है बॉलिंग डालने के लिए वरना कुछ अलग ही हो जाता बट या आई थिंक इट्स गोना बी वेरी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग फिनिश बिकॉज रन रेट वाइज दे कैन स्टिल डू इट द पिच इज रियली गुड 137 in 75 balls you can't rule Delhi out yet because Roman Powell we know what is capable of Rishabh Pant का एक problem है we saw that in against the in the LSG game as well Sanjay and Sanway so we saw Rishabh Pant I think at one point 17 या 16 balls में he was 42 but then the next 11 balls he played for just 3 runs. So after a wicket, he succumbs to the pressure. So a wicket fell down right now. Sanjay, what do you think will be the mindset of Rishabh Pant? Should he play cautiously or should he just keep on attacking right now? What do you think should happen?
Keeping in mind that Roman Powell is coming in now, the next fellow is coming in, Roman Powell. So I think Rishabh Pant should anchor because with CSK they should put this pressure on CSK if DC wants to win because when you see if Pant is playing anchor role, the bowlers might think yes Pant maybe he's finding it difficult to score runs. At the other end, you have Roman Powell smacking. They'll all concentrate on Powell. So, for example, if you have Tikshana or any of the bowlers, they'll concentrate on Powell taking. We want his wicket badly, so he's going big guns, 3 sixes, 4 sixes. Yes, Powell. And then after once Powell departs or once Powell is on the verge of getting that difficult balls or difficult lengths, I think that is where Rishabh Pant should fire. If both of them is firing, it is easy for Chennai to break the strategy. Bring in someone like Dubey, even if it's not 12th over, bring in someone like Dubey, get the line, make the batsman hit high in the air, then it's a catch. So one should anchor and one should put the pressure on CSK and one should hit. I think Rishabh Pant is not such player because he's such a fellow who plays T20 in test matches. I don't think he plays test in T20 when it's needed. So I think it is ruled out. I think DC still has a chance as you told because considering Roman Powell's recent form, the last 3 matches, the way he smashed sixes, 6 sixes, 4 sixes, 5 sixes, and Rishabh Pant has been in good form since 2 matches, striking at 140, 150. And in the middle, he might be dripping a bit because of the pressure he's getting because there is no one to support him from the other end. He should take the responsibility of rotating the strike. He should take the responsibility of going big. So I think against CSK, this is not the chance because you have someone doing the work at the other end in the form of Roman Powell. In some case, both of them goes. I think Chennai can clean them out before 150.
Exactly. 150 सन्मय भाई तो खुश हो गए रहेंगे सुन के बट सन्मय आई मीन व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट हाइंडसाइट लाइक अगर ये होता तो ऐसे होता वाला टाइप क्वेश्चन सो जे भाई ने एक सवाल पूछा इट मे बी अ प्रिटी hurting one for you but अभी जो हुआ है वो हुआ है so what do you think would the fortunes have been the same if Deepak Chahar was available or do you feel that मतलब it was like the problem for CSK this season was more than Deepak Chahar what do you have to say about this season
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't feel much of it, because there's some games we have lost because we didn't bat it well. If we only, I think so. I guess only it was at LSG game where we didn't bowl properly, or rest all it was like we didn't chase properly. For the first time, it was happening for CSK. They are known as the good chasers of the target. That didn't happen this year around. Somewhere I feel. We should have chased on the two Punjab games. We should have chased on that pretty much easily. So he might have given us a difference somewhere. in the total, he might have given us a difference because he can give us wickets up front. He can swing the ball. But either way, if this season was such a way that we would have somewhere lost it. That has been this season. Yeah, so some players are really important for us to get our combinations right, but we should have stepped up with the bat in hand whenever possible. So so it's might have made somewhere difference at the first 6 overs, but I felt that nah, utna bhi difference nahi hota. This was bound to happen for CSK.
Exactly, it was bound to happen. I really like that honest answer because I feel, yeah, I think the problem was more than Deepak Chahar for CSK, at least in the first part. And एक तो league भी इतना competitive हो गया है, you can't afford a slow start in the league, and we have already seen that happening with lots of teams. But yeah, Afrin, with a very interesting stat, RCB has 3 wins in green jersey, all against orange teams, Kochi, Gujarat, and SRH. And incidentally,
Yes,
all
so,
these
sorry, sorry. Well, I
wickets.
want to hold. Rishabh Pant is out.
Oh, what
Pant
a
is out.
big wicket. Sorry, Afrin, but this is a big wicket. And I think with that wicket, Delhi Capitals will be a little bit more nervous now because I think he was the one who could have taken the game forward. Because अभी जो बाद में batsmen आते हैं, Akshar Patel, Ripal Patel, and then Shardul Thakur, you can't really have a trust on them to take the job over. I mean, with Roman Powell अकेला तो कुछ नहीं कर पाता. But yeah, Rishabh Pant, big wicket for CSK. And Sanjay's prediction might be true. 150 के अंदर bundle out हो सकते हैं. Let's see what happens. But yeah, coming back to
But
Afrin's
this fellow Moin Ali, I'm literally angry on him, bro. See, this guy, those guys doesn't play for RCB and they start playing when they get out from RCB.
Oh, okay, yeah. So see, you have got balance in this year. You have two performing CSK players that have come to you. Be happy with that. You have Faf du Plessis, you have Josh Hazelwood.
But still, I'm
They are
angry for
performing
Watson,
so well.
bro. The Watson ka
So
issue is
you can
more
be
than
happy
stuff.
with that.
Watson, I should be happy.
Yeah, I mean with the position also you must be very happy, Sanjay. Don't worry. तो आज सब लोग CSK fans है तो थोड़ा enjoy कर लेते हैं. Sanjay is happy, I am happy, Sanmay is happy. Delhi fans, if you are watching, very sorry for that, but क्या कर सकते हैं? Situation demands a thing like this. But Delhi Capital जो लोग अभी मतलब join हुए हैं, who don't know the score, or if you are a Delhi fan who just turned off their TV, let me give you a score update. Delhi Capitals currently 75 for 9.1 overs में. They need 134 in 65 balls, required 100, just above 12 runs per over. Looks a little bit difficult now. बस Roman Powell के ऊपर पूरी जान है, but we all know Dhoni loves to use the spinners to control the game, so it looks a little bit improbable right now. But NRR पे ज़्यादा ध्यान रहेगा संजय, because the top 4 contenders team, we all were wary about Delhi Capitals NRR because they are the ones having the best NRR right now. So if CSK wins this big, it is gonna be a big thing for the contenders and a big loss for Delhi Capitals. So Sanjay, if you talk about NRR, what is that ideal target? Do you think CSK should bundle them out below? I think I was just saying this, and Ripal Patel hit a 6. But yeah, what do you think should be the realistic goal?
It's like, yeah, when you consider NRR in the top 4, rule out LSG because they're +6, because they're one with behind of DC, and Gujarat is +1, Rajasthan is +3, and RCB is -1. So when you consider only Gujarat and RCB, because Rajasthan is anyways +3, even if they lose one.
Wickets. So sorry to cut you off, but
Moin Ali 3.
Sanmay is very happy. Another wicket, and Ripal Patel I think out to chuke. Moin Ali after going hit for
Six
a
and
6.
out. Six
6
and
and
out.
out. Brilliant. And speaking about CSK, हिमांशु भाई आ गए. CSK fan आज पूरा मतलब panel is yellow, though it may not be in jerseys, but आज पूरा panel yellow रहेगा. So definitely big wicket. 81 for 5. Himanshu, quickly to bring you in before Sanjay, you can continue. फिर बाद में we'll hear from Himanshu. So yeah, you can continue.
So I think I should take it back. Even I think I stick on to it 150. I think 150 DC can be cleaned up because looking at 81 for 5, it brings Akshar Patel, then Shardul Thakur. They're nothing to worry for CSK because they're not such hard hitters. Except Shardul Thakur might be worried because it's his ex team and he can take them on if he wants. With the pressure on, yes, if you tempt Shardul Thakur, he can go long, but he can't clear the ground. So that is where it is. I think if you get Powell, I think they can clean him up. They can clean them up even before 120 also. Only if they get Powell, it is below 120. If Powell is hitting, I think DC is done for 150. If DC is done for 150, I think they'll be dripped by -2 or something, because one comes for all out and the other with huge margin win 59 runs or something, 58 runs. CSK might win. So considering all that, even if they dip, okay, it'll come to 6 or 5. They'll not dip more. But
Yeah,
the
I
top
just want
four,
to say
the
one
top four
thing.
will be happy. The
Uh,
top four will be happy when you check. If DC loses, top four is happy.
yeah,
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 I just
Sanjay.
want to say one thing. If someone wants to know about how to calculate net run rate, you can always go to our page and watch our video on net run rate. It was beautifully explained by
Ronak and
Mohit
Mohit
and
Bhai.
Mohit and Ronak. So you can watch it and you can start using a calculator straight away. Especially the red black team. You can always
Red black team, we are in the top four and we should use calculators. Wow.
बैंटर तो रहेगा यार. CSK RCB banter is always going to be there, even though RCB fans are supporting CSK right now. But yes, coming to you, Himanshu, I mean, you must be very happy being a City fan as well as a CSK
Yes.
fan right now. But 81 for 5 match is done and dusted at this point if you talk about it from realistic point of view. But किसी ने तो ये कहा कि yeah, Yusuf Bhai said if CSK win, there is no chance for playoff. It is just a pride game for CSK. So I want to ask you, is this what the feeling is in the CSK camp? Because I know some CSK fans who still believe, I don't know about mathematical chances, but they still believe that there is a miracle waiting to happen. So what are your thoughts on this?
So let's put the thought to the bed that no way we are qualifying. It's too dreamy, too romantic to think about it to happen. So and that doesn't happen in real life. So chances of qualifying, no. But talking about pride, yes, you should be winning on a good note. Because this is the team that majority of the team will be there for the next season. So if you find this combination, perfect ideal combination, that will bode well for the upcoming seasons. And one more thing is that last time when we didn't qualify, we ended up getting 12 points in the end, which was somewhat the magic number then because there were four teams with 12 points. So if we keep winning, we will be there like 7th, 6th, hopefully. Qualifying, I don't think so.
Yeah, very honest judgment from a CSK fan. I think even Sanmay थोड़ा अंदर मतलब बाहर दिखाता नहीं होगा but अंदर से he must be very मतलब agreeing with what he has to say. But yeah, I think great session so far. Unfortunately, I'll have to take a leave right now. But CSK fans, you आज के लिए CSK fan जो संजय है, he is also pretty much happy. So you guys take over, enjoy the match, and Sanmay, you can just highlight Jay Bhai's comment he was requesting. तो ये क्वेश्चन लेके you guys can discuss. But it was great talking with you, Sanjay. Happy for you as a RCB and a part-time CSK fan. And always thank you and Sanmay. So great talking to you guys. See you soon, and let's hope for the best. Take care, everyone.
so Sanjay had
Yes.
to go. I want to ask Jay this question. Has DC made a mistake by not trusting with Shreyas and making Pant the captain? Pant hasn't shown any kind of maturity as a captain, neither in batting. Before you answer that question, I just want to say the current score is 82 for 6. Akshar Patel is out and Mukesh Chaudhary has taken his
Woohoo!
wicket. Oh,
150.
so
150.
so
Wow, that was such a
so
beautiful.
you can very well take this question. What are your thoughts on this? First Sanjay, then Himanshu. You.
Yes, I think leaving Shreyas Iyer was a grave mistake what DC did, because Shreyas Iyer was a pretty good captain and a player when it comes to DC. Just because he was injured for one season and just punt took them to the finals in the last game last year. That doesn't mean punt is proving himself. So this is where the real test starts, because 10 teams and you need your team not only in the NRR position when it comes to batting and captaincy. I think Rishabh Pant is not been up to the mark in the captaincy, because he isn't choosing his bowling options well. Like, even though if he's having extra options and even if they're doing well, he'll trust the bowlers. Like, if Khalil Ahmed has been it, for example, you can take Khalil Ahmed is 3 overs, 30 runs and 1 wicket. He still trust Khalil Ahmed might do some miracle and he might end up getting smacked for another 20 runs. So I think Pant has been little down with the captaincy and even in the playing. I think hardly in the 12th match or 11th match they are playing. He has been hardly fired in only 3 matches, I guess. 42 in one, 36 in one, and today, I think 28 of 2016 or 17, I guess, today. I'm not watching the match. So, based on that, I think yes, Punt is Shreyas Iyer. They are missing Shreyas Iyer's spot as a captain, because Even if KKR is losing, the way Scherzer is going with the bowling options, it's good. They might have lost. They might have lost in the chasing. When you see, they might have lost most of the matches in chasing. The batters are not supporting. The opening is not strong. Indrajit and Finch. When you come down, Shreyas himself is taking all the pressure. He's going for big shots and he's getting out. Trailers, every time you can't just depend on Russell and can't tell him please finish the game.
I
Even
would
there,
cut you off, sorry, just not to put expectations. Dreras has just one philosophy hit. That doesn't work always. That is very baffling that, okay, you have last match as well, when you are in a difficult situation, he is scoring at 250 strike rate. Great, amazing. But you have to become sensible, like we say, Rishabh Pant to mature that, okay, you have attacked, you have set up your authority, now you're 11 balls 21, like today. Now play long, take 2 overs deep, and then go again. That is something missing from Pant and Russell. He should be doing that if the team is built around him.
both
That
are like reversible.
yeah,
Russell is such a boy. He doesn't know defense spelling only. He
yeah,
never
but
play
he
defensive
should.
shots. He should that he can't play the anchor role. We have seen
बाल के
when he
साथ
tries
शायद से
playing the
उसका वो
anchor
भी
role,
है.
it's a LBW or it's a bold. That's how it is. We have just seen Russell when he tries defending the ball, it will be bold or LB. He is such a player like he should smack. So that can be applicable for Gill. That fellow plays test match in T20 and then he converts it into 200 strike rate. That can't be done by everyone. So yes, Pant should learn what you told, and Russell, yes, Russell, if it learns anchoring, it will be a great help for KKR, I guess.
Yeah, that was nice to hear from you both. Afrin and Jaybar is saying that this match can get over. CSK can restrict them below 150 or 130 also. Here, there's an interesting question from Ryan here. He's saying that the team's batting first and have been winning consistently since last 3 games, and it's completely opposite what we saw at the start of the tournament. Your thoughts on it, Himanshu?
So there are multiple reasons for this. One is that the teams are getting kind of less fresh pitches. So the pitches have kind of lost their freshness, and that plays a difference because. And one more factor is that we kind of, it was a major factor at the start of the IPL, but since the new technology that has been brought to counter the dew effect has been working miracles. I hope it's nothing like the green revolution we had in farming that it spoiled the land so much. So I hope that it's nothing like that. And
Uh,
the
I
thing is
just
that,
have to I just have to cut you here.
yeah, yeah,
CSK have got another wicket here. It's 85 for 7. It's Rovman Powell who's got gone here. So
120
DC
you're
is
done.
completely missing the
yeah.
plot, clearly missing the plot here, and they are just bundling out as quickly as possible. Yeah, you can continue, Himanshu.
Yeah, so DC has completely capitulated. That is, they are just bundling out. They have packed out. So this game is over. So to continue on my previous thought, one more thing is that now teams have enough time to study and pick out strategies to counter the see we win the toss and chase and win the match. So there has been enough time, enough study to counter these effects.
Yeah,
Yes.
your Yusuf is saying that read pitch properly. Roman Powell in your hands gone. Okay, so he's pretty disappointed with Roman's wicket, but I just want to is it a chance ki somewhere now that if DC loses now, it's looking obvious that they are losing it now. So the focus for RCB will shift from here on now, Sanjay, or and for so just to win those games and just get into the playoffs and get 18 or 16 points and not think about much more about the NRR. What are your thoughts on this?
Yes, if DC loses today, one thing we can tell is we can't focus on that. One thing, yes, NRR to we can show because to touch RCB or to touch Rajasthan, they have to cross 14 points. But there it will be a gap of 4 points. And yes, when you consider the next match against Punjab, Punjab is a team which can be unpredictable. They can go guns blazing or they can fall like anything. We can't predict. So one match, the previous match you can say Punjab is 100 all out, and the next match they post a total of 200 and they ask us to chase 201. And RCB also you can tell one match will take our bowling 100 all out, and the next match we'll ourselves get out for 80. So yes, winning against Punjab is important. Whether we win on GT or not, it's like okay, win on GT or lose on GT, it can be done. Winning against Punjab is important because if Punjab wins on us, On the further game, if they win one more, I think Punjab has a chance. Punjab is on plus two, I guess, plus two or plus three. So it boosts the NRR. When you see from NRR point of view, yes, you have to defeat Punjab. If you're pretty confident that you're going, you can go ahead for Gujarat Titans easily. When you compare to Punjab, yes, you can try your trial and errors against Punjab, bringing in new players or something like that. I would suggest is go with the same team, even if Virat is down, go with the same team because the energy with that the energy that Virat brings in the field, like rule out the batting this year, at that in the fielding, the energy or the boosting what he does to the players, I think it's required. So go with the same team. Batting, yes, it is very. Actually, being a Virat Kohli fan, it is very hurting to see like Virat doing so bad this year. Being a RCB fan, happy that RCB is performing well under Fab du Plessis.
Yeah. So just picking up on his thoughts that if Punjab is an unpredictable team, but I'll tell you one thing that is not predictable is CHAMPHUNT. There is consistent data on cricket for cricket lovers. There is consistent data updates. Then we have our third man, what third man account on that as well. So there is consistent cricket updates, and it's like a Instagram for cricket lovers where you can post your thoughts, and every post you get few runs, and if someone likes your post they can allot you runs, and you can, sorry, what was the, yeah, you can cash in those runs, so to get amazing rewards. Yeah.
So guys, do check out Champion. It is a really interesting
Yeah,
platform.
you can find the
Now,
link in the
take
description.
in the description. Yeah, now there's an interesting comment from Ryan. He's asking what is Umran doing. I know he's a rare guy, but he should bowl stumps to stump. It is a strong zone. It's 80% chance he can take wickets. He always bowls short outside off stump. I guess somewhere after getting hit by CSK, he has missed out his line and length somewhere. So, what are your thoughts on Umran's downfall in past two games since that CSK game, Sanjay?
Okay, when you compare, yes, I don't know. In the extra innings, I was saying, so that's the reason I'm mentioning this. Before RCB 68 and after RCB 68, whatever you see, Umran has been, yes, after RCB 68, Umran has been good for the for middle five games. Umran was awesome, like picking 11 wickets, the line and length, he was getting it right. The Yorkers, everything, it was so perfect that we all thought, like, yes, Umran is a player to look out for the team. The next two matches, the 12 overs, he considered 100 runs literally. I think a speedster like Umran Malik considering 100 runs is something which is surprising because the pace he bowls 150. It's like consistently bowled 150, 151, 152, 150. He just keeps breaking his own record and yes, I think yes, he is having a raw pace. You can tell a Shiny 2.0. He's having a raw pace, but he's unable to find his length and line. Once if he does that, and his bowling action is also somewhat weird. When he comes near to the squeeze, he'll act like this and he'll do that. And even today, you can see the first over, Rajat Patidar and Fab du Plessis, both of them took Umran to 20 runs in the first over, and the next over he controlled to 6 runs. So yes, 2 overs 26, and Umran was done with his bowling just for 2 overs because from the past two games, if you see 4 overs 52 and 4 overs 48 is not what we expect from a guy like Umran Malik. So yes, he needs to develop a lot. This is his first season as a complete full-time bowler. The last season he got a hardly on 2 or 3 matches. Work on the line and length. I think Umran is set.
Yeah,
Afrin
that
is commenting. Yeah, okay, Himanshu, go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
no, sorry, go ahead. Yeah, yes,
Yeah,
I'll like to hear your thoughts.
Afrin was commenting. Is commenting that RCB really messes up in eliminator, but getting top two is also difficult. So she's still seeing that she first of all she's thinking
Top
that
two is I
RCB
am
is
never.
qualifying
I am not at all aiming for top two. First, aim on your run
qualify.
rates and that is get to third place and then you can think about top two. You're at fourth place and thinking about top two is like no. This is what it is. Overconfidence. We'll predict more. If you, for example, yes, at the looking at the condition, three is possible. Two is difficult because see RR with three and LSG with seven, beating them with NRR is very difficult.
Yeah, Jay is saying that CSK may not qualify this season, but surely contenders for next season, considering the comeback they are making now. Similar stat was in 2020 and comeback in 2021 with the title Trust in MSG. So nice to see a comment as a yellow fan. But I feel that this is what is needed when you are having a really bad season. But if you finish it on a higher note, then you can carry that momentum going into the next tournament, and somewhere there will be less headaches going ahead. So let's see what happens. Well, first, let's finish this season here and then go ahead. Ryan is saying in the comment ki CSK is a franchise that even they don't qualify, they entertain their fans in ending matches. I think in ending matches at least. But I think so. We have learned this from some teams in IPL where how to entertain the fans even when you are having an off season. But it's good to see.
Okay, I would
Jay
like to add in
again.
over there
Yeah.
is
Tell us,
that
Himanshu.
this is the second time only that we are not qualifying. So it's not a regular occurrence like you're mentioning it.
Hey, and wait. Target Ryan, target SRH. Don't target White team. Target SRH. He's a SRH fan, not RCB fan.
It's okay, no need to pile more misery on him after today's game. So yeah.
Jay is again commenting. Is really active in the comment section today. He's saying with MI and CSK both coming back to form, it's going to be an entertaining match on 12th at Wankhede. Last versus second last, biggest rivalry ever. यार अभी भी कुछ नहीं, अगर आज हम लोग जीत गए तो मे बी वी कैन मूव अ पोजीशन अप, वी विल बी 8th.
Yes, definitely.
But
We are moving above KKR.
yeah,
And
we are moving about KKR
I'll
to
give party.
last second last तो नहीं होएगा. But it's always interesting to watch the CSK MI even when they
But
are
yes,
having an off season.
good. Sanbhai bringing MI did very good. The last match,
I knew.
Trophy.
But
MI lift the
one
sixth
minute,
trophy. I literally thought the celebration, the Sam, the Rohit Sharma thing. I was like, no, IPL is done. Okay, MI won the title. Okay. Then I'll go sleep. It was like I don't know what was that celebration for.
How did they manage it?
no, I was just waiting. Ki when that MI comment will come and someone will mention in the MI in the comment and Sanjay will go all out against MI. But somewhere तो मजा करने का ही है ना यार, कुछ ना कुछ तो मजा करने का ही रहता है. दिस सेलिब्रेशन किसी ने सोचा भी नहीं रहेगा कि डीसी गुजरात के अगेंस्ट नो रन डिफेंड करना, वो भी डैनियल सैम्सन वाज गेटिंग हिट. तो वो मोर ऑफ लाइक रिलीफ था उन लोग के पास. But it's good to see that running Rohit Sharma celebration, and that shows कि somewhere the mood in the camp is pretty much relaxed in the MI camp also, and they are enjoying the game right now.
Yeah.
So moving ahead, Ryan said that he's still saying that don't be that sure RCB will qualify now. Just tell him RCB loses 2 games, what will happen? If they qualify from now, I will support RCB in playoffs. What are your
Okay,
thoughts on this?
wait. I want to counter Ryan for this. Ryan, yeah, even the same situation happened in 2021 for us. We didn't win the last 2 games or 1 game. We really wanted. We were hoping the other team to complete the match after 16.4 so we can qualify through NRR. But this season, RCB will qualify through their own hard work. Don't worry. We'll beat Punjab and we'll beat Gujarat. Because both of them, the revenge is pending because Punjab completed 206 in just 19 overs, which made RCB put in such a situation. Even after Faf's 88, we couldn't win. So Punjab will be thrashed, and Gujarat, Miller, I'll come to you and I'll see to you.
So it
Yeah.
all took a Chennai player to captain the RCB team to qualify playoff on their merit.
Some or the other, how RCB is targeted. This is how I am happy. And yes, obviously, when you take, I don't think because you can't tell Faf is the best captain in the RCB history because there has only been one captain, Kohli. So RCB history, though, you can't take open. Faf, under
Same for
Faf,
us.
RCB is doing good. Under Faf, RCB is doing good. The way he's going with the bowling today, he showed his captaincy skills too. He gave all the 7 players got bowling today, and all were good. And I'm pretty happy and sad Virat Kohli is not a captain, and RCB is performing awesome under Faf. Like it's like
Yeah, he learned from the best now in all these years. He learned from the best and he is using it for you. Good to see
and
that
yes,
happening.
we took that best using Josh Hazlewood. Josh Hazlewood only took the best, I guess. Took that best.
That's
using
what I
RCB.
meant. You needed CSK players to support yourself.
Yeah. This banter will
And yeah,
continue.
you needed RCB players to help you win the cup. in 2018. You needed
That's what
RCB
we do.
players to help you qualify as a runner-up in 2019, and you needed RCB players like Moeen Ali performing you in 2021 and 2022. Kya hai re re.
That's what we do. We take the French players and make them top quality.
We take the experience and we put ourselves in tops.
but still with the flavor of RCB of struggling it. Yeah, but the banter will still continue going on. Yeah, Ryan is still supporting Umran. He's in. I think Umran will learn.
Yeah,
Surely he will learn. Once he learns all those things, no one will be able to
yeah,
stand in front of him. I have a feel for Umran and will support from him. Yeah, I guess he's just. I think that this is the first season he's playing all games, so he will surely learn from Dale, of course, the master himself, how to control the pace, what all line and lens football. It's just a slow process. We should always follow the process and get to so that we can get to a desired result. Afrin is saying if CSK didn't qualify this season, then there will be only 2 seasons when CSK didn't qualify. Yeah, it's a two. That's the consistent
And I
we
can see
have had.
happiness on Sanmai's face. Sanmai is reading this comment and he's feeling nice. Someone is telling
Yes.
about CSK.
Yeah. Because for all these years, it was consistent Super Kings. One or season, one or two
And
off
yes,
season doesn't
one
take
question
it.
I need to ask for Himanshu.
Yeah.
What do you think about Rahul's captaincy this year compared to 4 years of Punjab's captaincy?
I have been surprised this season by Rahul's captaincy. It has been much better, and he has definitely learned few things from Gambhir for sure, and that is showing. And the thing is, he's taking more gutsy decisions as well. Of course, I was very pissed when he used to shuffle the batting order, but I guess due to that shuffling, he has found everyone's ideal situation, and we are playing well, and we are top of the table. So that is just big plus, and this also bodes well for India. Hopefully, he will not be the captain we saw in South Africa. Hopefully, he will be the captain that he is now.
Because we are already back from a whitewash from South Africa, I guess. Rahul led us in the ODI, not T20. T20, Sharma was back. The ODI, Rahul led us and we faced a brilliant whitewash from Temba Bowman team. I hope Rahul doesn't captain for India ever, I guess.
There is, see, I would have agreed to that thought before the IPL because I was also bloody pissed. But there has been some improvement and definite upskilling in him. So I think there might be a chance for him. There might be still some hope and potential.
So wait. You want to see Rahul as a keeper batsman or as a fielder? Because I think this is the first season he has not been kept even for even for one match. In the last 3 or 4 seasons when you see against Punjab, he would have been keeping alternatively. Even if he had backup keepers, 1 or 2 games you could see Rahul with the gloves. This season is completely off the gloves. So you want to see him as a keeper batsman or just as a batsman?
I would rather take him just as a batsman. I have still some doubts over his keeping. That's all.
Yeah, when you have got some so many wicket keepers, why do you have to make Rahul as a keeper? So, but yeah,
Yeah.
Jay is as an yeah.
Talk
Jay
about
is
talk about DK's place in the World Cup. No, today he was back anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have always been very vocal about this thing that DK should be in that World Cup squad. But I feel for bringing him back into the World Cup, first you have to see how he performs at India games that we are going to play. I always feel we should not judge players on the basis of IPL because some we have done that mistake in the past before the last World Cup. That was a mistake that we did, and we have
And
bhari price chukana pada.
Himanshu is like, why is he
भारी
thinking
price
Rahul
चुकाना
for
पड़ा. So just we have to see how DK plays in the India
Yeah.
games before the World Cup. If he's continuing such form, then he's surely the contender. He's surely the contender in the squad. But you have to see how we would fit him in the playing level with so many players coming into form.
Yeah, I agree to that as well. My thought is that you can take IPL players and put them in the national team, but they should not be put directly in the big moments. They should be at least pre. There should be some pre matches before the main big event. Otherwise, they are bound to succumb sometime.
And yes, keeping in mind Dravid is a coach, I don't think he entertains. Even if you're a top scorer in IPL, I don't think Dravid cares. Dravid kept in the. He told in the press, perform well in the practice
But
match,
one
forget
minute,
Sunday.
Sanjay. Here is after so much time a wicket has fallen here. Kuldeep Yadav is out and DCR 99 for 8. Yeah, you can continue, Sanjay.
I was still wondering why they are playing in colored kits. So they should have been playing in whites.
Yeah, Jay is saying that JT will choke up big time and play eliminator instead of qualifiers. LSG versus RR will be qualifier when RCB versus GT will be the eliminator. I also feel this can be a
This might
possibility
be,
if GT
yeah.
jokes ahead, because somewhere I'm feeling that the luck factor that GT had is slowly fading out. He even had a really interesting comment before this also where he was talking about MI. Yeah, this one. MI are gaining their own momentum back. They have to show their fans that they are getting ready for the next season. It's been very hard for them and their fans this season. Yeah, it surely has been very hard for MI this season. They have created a really unwanted record for them. But I just feel that if they gain some momentum, they can take it ahead and they can come back. So I want to ask you both about this comment about Jay, about GT choking a big time and playing eliminator.
This is quite plausible because even in few of their victories, they had some get out of the jail moments. They were never in the game. Against CSK, Miller played a world class inning. In one game, Tewatia finished it off. In one more game, someone finished it off. So they had their moments. They were never in the game, but few magic moments from the players made sure that they won the game. So now that that luck factor is over, I want to see what they can do. If they have a strong team, that is no doubt. But there are some points when they have been under pressure, and one of them has performed a miracle. If none of them performs, what is going to happen? That needs to be seen. And the thing is that Rajasthan Royals is just 2 points behind them, one win behind them. There is a healthy chance, and their net run rate is also better. So there is a healthy chance that this might happen.
Yeah, this comment will surely bring smile in Sanjay's face. Rahul is saying that DK got the right team at the right time because RCB has always been the batting powerhouse. He just needed to click, but he's firing. So we were talking about DK. So finally, some positive comment about RCB in the in the comment section after a long time. A comment section which was dominated by CSK. But Sanjay, take over. You can uh, talk
Yes,
about DK as much as you
this
want.
I keep telling in all the live sessions I attend when they asked me the question about DK. The moment when RCB picked DK in auction, I was like, why? They could have left them to CSK. Is anyway 30, 34. Why do you need DK now in the team? I was like, no, why did RCB pick DK? Appa, we could have tried for some good keeper with the amount what we bought for Asaranga. That we were angry for Asaranga only the first day. And the second day, I don't think in the first day, in the ending stage, or in the second day, in the beginning, they bought DK. I was like, Dogan, RCB messed up a big time in auction sitting in. They were literally unfit to sit in the auctions. I myself should have been auctioning. But after the first match, what DK played, I was like, no, I should take all my words back. What I told to DK, he's been winning the matches ever since. If you take the 6 wins we had, I think in the one win, I think DK didn't contribute. It was just one not out, one or two not out. In the rest 5 wins, I think DK's uh, there has been some contribution by DK, whether be it 30 runs, 23 runs, the amount of balls he faced to score that runs. Even in the first match, he scored 32 of just 11 or 12 balls, and today he scores 13 8 balls. Who knew? I never knew, and I never analyzed that. Faruqi will leak 3 6s and a 4 in the last 4 balls. I was just telling my friend on call. We were discussing the match, and I was just telling, "Ayo, let me play DK. Let him take 4 in 4 6s." And it literally happened like 3 6s and a 4. It's not like DK is firing. DK has some intention in his mind, like he wants to play for the country. He wants to make a comeback for India. He just told in the recent interview that yes, I want to see myself playing for the country, and I want to contribute, and I want to act as a finisher. So for that, as Sanmai told, yeah, we can't just try on the big event as well. Yes, now DK might get a call up for South Africa tour, and there are 5 T20s. Against Windies we have 5 T20s. Against England there are 5, 10, 13 T20s. I think if DK gets the right chance to prove himself in the original bowlers, where he'll be facing Jofra Archer and all that top players from England in South Africa will be facing. original Kagiso Rabada and the Andrej Nokia who will be playing for their own country. Scoring there, I think that is where DK should prove. I think he has proved enough that even we can see the Nidahas Trophy vibes. Nidahas Trophy, he just played finals. The one finals we have been seeing for RCB has been seeing for 7 matches continuously. I think DK can be a crucial candidate for World Cup. When you consider Punt's form, I think DK is way ahead of Punt at current.
एक बार मैच का अपडेट देते हैं हमारे व्यूअर्स को. दिल्ली कैपिटल्स आर 101 फॉर 8 in 15.5 overs and they need another 108 runs to win in 26 balls, which is just impossible for
Possible.
them to win.
This is possible for the fans who think that MI can still qualify. So that is
So Shankar is having has commented here that do you think RR can take over LSG? I feel it would be impossible, but I want Rahul to go past Butler and aim for 700 plus runs. So, what are your thoughts, Himanshu? And then I will come to Sanjay.
okay. So this is another romantic situation of the dreams. I don't think see. I would love for an Indian to win an orange cap in Indian Premier League. That is definitely my hopes. But Butler has been too good this season, and the thing was that he had that short phase where he didn't play. That 2-3 games that he didn't play. KL Rahul had the chance to capitalize. He also said, "Okay, Butler is not playing. I'll also not play." So when there was a chance to catch up, he didn't. And the thing is now Rajasthan is bound to qualify. So even Butler is going to get chance in playoffs to score runs. I don't think this is happening. And Shankar, I didn't understand what you meant by can RR take over LSG.
He meant that he is asking that can RR beat LSG or go over LSG in points table. I
Like, no,
feel
no,
that is
no.
what he
Himanshu,
asked.
it was like first and the second. We thought the first team is LSG and the second team is RR. No. So he's putting in
Huh.
that way. Can RR win LSG and they can go to finals?
So that is always possible because the captain is KL Rahul, even though he has tremendously improved. There are still bits and pieces over there. And another thing is that I have been bloody frustrated every time when there has been a change in batting order. So there has been always that tingling doubt in my mind. So there is always a chance.
Yeah, Ryan is commenting that yeah, RCB, CSK, and MI. These three teams have almost 60 to 65% percent of fans in all 10 teams. It's a big blessing for them. Look at me, I'm a SRH fan, but can rarely see an SRH fan in the community. That's one thing that we have made our reputation. We have a big fan bases around there. So in every single stadium, I feel it's been like CSK, RCB, or MI chants has been echoing
That
echoing around the stadium. But going
RCB
going
has
ahead,
been.
going
I
ahead, yeah.
I
Say Himanshu.
was saying that because CSK and MI is evident because in the first season they picked superstars like CSK picked Dhoni, who was a crowd favorite then. MI picked Sachin Tendulkar, who is God. So they had picked some superstars for their fan base to form. That was a interesting, smart marketing decisions. The rest of the teams didn't have that big names. Even if they had, they were not like the pulling names like MS Dhoni or Tendulkar. That's all.
They actually tell even RCB didn't have, even if Kohli
Yeah.
debuted in 2000. Actually, Kohli was not picked in the auction. He came in as a replacement for some Indian player as a injury.
Yeah,
Even Kohli
he's
was
the
back
only
there.
player who
I
hasn't
don't
gone
think
to
he was a
auction.
name to be. He was a name among the crowds because it was just his debut and where Dhoni had a cup under his name. 2007 T20 World Cup he had under his name, and Sachin. It was almost a stage of his retirement career. 1999, he's played a lots of
Retirement
cricket.
plan.
Retirement planning
Pension
by
plan.
playing IPL. Yeah, pension scheme we
Pension.
can tell. So we can tell those two are the players who I think they gained most of the fan base. CSK
And
by how much?
RCB fans grew because they had
Chris
Gale,
Gayle.
Kohli, and ABD, all of
I
them
think
together smiling.
RCB more than when you take Kohli, the moment the base till Kohli clicks up, I think it was Chris Gayle and ABD was carrying from 2011.
Yeah,
I think it was Kohli who came back. The since his World Cup match, World Cup innings against Bangladesh or something, that is where
yeah,
Kohli started gaining forms. From that moment, I think Kohli was famous. People like Dhoni and Sachin Tendulkar before they step in for IPL, they were famous. They were a lot more
yeah.
than famous, I guess.
Yeah, Yusuf is saying if tomorrow PBK Punjab loses, then other teams will be happy. Whoever are contending for the IPL playoff spot, because it will more and more open up. Especially, yeah, yeah. I know, Sanjay, you are pointing to yourself. You will be really happy if Punjab loses tomorrow. I know that. But
They're
I have a
playing
really
who?
interesting question for you. Yeah, I will tell you. I have to see.
Who?
But I have a really interesting question next up for you. Uh, see, who are Sanjay? That Punjab is playing Bangalore only. So they are playing against you only. So if they
Tomorrow.
lose, then no, not tomorrow. They will playing next whenever RCB is playing. It's RCB in Punjab next game. So, here I want to ask you one question before the start of the IPL. Everyone, I think so every RCB fan was also not happy when UZ was dropped and Hasaranga was picked. But boy, Hasaranga has bowled so well for you. He has picked 21 wickets this season. So, how positive are you about Hasaranga? Is there still any doubt on Hasaranga? Ki, will that UZ talk will come for Hasaranga again, or he has proved everything right for you?
I think Uzi,
Just a
Uzi,
second.
Uzi is
Sorry.
Uzi. Uzi can't be replaced by any bowler because that is where I see. I don't see any bowler replacing Yuzvendra Chahal because Chahal is Chahal. He's been picking crucial wickets when up front and he's been economical. But when you see in the terms of economy or controlling the runs, Hasaranga is not a part of it. He's been leaking runs. One over he goes for 20 and the other over he goes for 10. He's not been so consistent in controlling the runs. He's consistent in picking wickets. With the wickets, Chahal used to control runs. But yes, even Hasaranga ka love story, I started before auctions only. When actually when the auctioneer fell, we were all like, "Ki, Hasaranga is 10.75 crores, so that might have bought a feint in his head and he fell down." We were like, Hasaranga's bid made the auctioneer fall. We were like, so this thing, Delhi and RCB competing each other, 10 crores, 10.75. Actually, we all were we were in the cafe and we all were telling we don't want Asaranga, we don't want Asaranga. Or some guy, okay, some guy in the cafe, I think he's in the RCB management, I guess. That fellow recorded a video. He sent it to Hasaranga only in the WhatsApp. See, this is your fan base here in the cafe. They don't want you in the team. But yes, when you look at the performance, yes, Hasaranga has been pretty impressive. I have from the day one. I mean, from the match one to match 12, never even once I felt that we should drop Hasaranga for a moment. We should bench Hasaranga. I have never even felt, though even he's an all-rounder, I don't want his batting because the key factor where he was hit, it was bowling. He was a bowling all-rounder. You can't expect much from a bowling all-rounder. Like you can't expect people like Cummins. He scores 45 runs and he gets hit for 45 runs. That he does it on a consistent basis, but Hasaranga is not such a player who can do that. But yes, I think Ryan, whatever stats he dug out, it was nice. Most wickets picked by an overseas player this season, yes. But backing, I think on the back, Rabada is chasing him back with 18 wickets. So hope literally, as Himanshu told, yes, truly when you think RC Indian should win both purple and orange cap in the Indian Premier League, but I want Hasaranga to win the purple cap because it's just 1 wicket behind Chahal. He's just 1 wicket behind Chahal. Hasaranga is
Uh,
21 and Chahal is 22.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
One wicket has fallen here. Shardul Thakur is out, and it's 117 for 9, if I'm not wrong.
yeah.
But
I think yes, see,
here
Sanmai,
Vikrant
thank me,
said, you,
thank
yeah,
my
yeah. I
team
always thank my neighbors a
120.
lot. I always thank my neighbors a lot. But here Vikrant had commented. Yeah, here it is. Difference between fourth and fifth team is 4 points. Looks he is thinking that looks like the current top four will only qualify. So it's a positive comment for RCB fans and for the RR fans also. But moving ahead, Ryan is saying that, oh, one thing I left to say, CSK and MIS won 4 and 5 titles. He is still amazed why RCB has such a larger audience. Why RCB?
We
So
just gave an explanation. So yeah,
yeah,
that's the
they are crowd puller. He's saying that hats off to Mahi. Okay, so match is over here, done and dusted.
Arre,
Delhi
arre, arre.
Capitals are 117 all out. CSK win the match by 91 runs. So
Ooh,
it's a big dent on
thank
their
you for
net run rate.
CSK. It is a huge hit for Delhi in the run rate. I'm very happy.
Yeah, net and net is a
All
huge
out
dent,
and a
and
huge margin win.
and I feel and somehow I feel that now RCB and RR can concentrate more on winning the games rather than thinking about net run rate. They would just win their next games and they are into the top four. So are you still thinking that it will be only the current top four will be the who will qualify, or there's still any twists and turns left in this year's IPL? What are your
I
thoughts?
don't I don't see any team qualifying because it is 4 points. If DC would have won today, we could have told DC is in the race, 12 points, 2 points difference. If any team has to touch the top four, they have to literally win two matches. And yes, I think Punjab might have a chance if they have two in two. They have two matches left. Punjab has two matches left, I guess. One against RCB and one against DC, which I think against RCB, that is where I'll be tensed a bit. Against DC, I think Punjab can win. Anyway, if somehow Punjab manages, I don't want Punjab to win against RCB. I want RCB to win against Punjab, that is for sure. Hope our players contribute some. Hope I see Virat Kohli stepping up, not getting a gold under putting his name for fourth time in a season, which is hurting.
Yeah, if you still see maximum DC, RR, and Punjab can come with 16 points. That's the maximum reach. So RR and RCB still have got a really good chance on finishing on 18 points. Especially RCB can finish maximum 18 points. So they can now just sit back and relax and just concentrate on 2 points rather than thinking about the net run rate. But it's a good victory for CSK. It's a morale boosting victory. 91 run is a thumping victory. So really happy with that. So your first thoughts, Himanshu, after this victory, as you are also a CSK fan. So what are your thoughts?
Correction, I am CSK and Lucknow fan. Yeah, so
Okay, you're
going,
CSK Lucknow fan, so you can talk about CSK right now. So what are
yeah,
your reactions? First reactions.
happy, very happy. There has been few moments of disappointment this season, but this is definitely a memorable moment of the season. The thing is, Conway played superbly. There was a moment where Dubey had put some pressure on him. That is where he lost his rhythm. Otherwise, I thought there was a century coming from him as well. And we had a superb finish from our beloved captain, the Thala. That was an amazing part. And this is the thing that we played the mind game with Delhi today. We put them under the pressure that there was a pressure for Delhi to win this game, and that mind game completely paid off. So that is a pleasing thing to see as well. And with the ball, it was just dominance. And surprisingly, Moeen Ali took 3 wickets. He was
Yeah,
given
yeah.
4 overs. That is another thing. And it when he was brought, that was just a master stroke.
Yeah, the question for you, Sanjay. Ryan wants to hear from you. How much it will hurt if RCB doesn't qualify from now? Yeah, RCB has a very good chance, but he still wants to hear your thoughts.
Yappa, literally, see, he's mentioning my name also. Still want to listen from Sanjay. See, at least let me be happy for today that RCB won the match. So let me be with my happiness. Even if RCB wins, I'll be shooted with caution. Even if he loses, okay. When I'll be like it'll be hurting because from the 3 years it's been the same thing for RCB. Like from 2020, when you take the first 7 matches, yes, we'll have a top class winnings. 6 matches or 5 matches you win, and the next in the second half, after the pitch gets old, that is where RCB is going. Even the last year in India, they performed well. The 7 matches we had 6 wins, I guess, 6 wins and 1 loss, but ended up losing five. Ended up losing five in the next half, and we managed to win only two. So that is how it affects us. And this year also, it was the same scenario. In the 7 matches, we won 5 matches, we lost two. In the next seven, we lost three back to back, which brought us to 5 losses and 5 wins. And somehow we managed to win two in two. So hope we do and achieve the goals because even when you check even when you check the teams apart from rule out 2016, apart that was a team which was the strongest RCB team when you see in bowling and batting. I think this team is pretty balanced when you check in the batting departments. Only the form matters. Apart from the positions you see, Virat Kohli is back in the opening. Rajat Patidar is set at number three. Number four is Maxwell. 5, 6, and 7 is set. It is a balanced team. I think if RCB somehow manages to qualify and get through eliminator and win, go to qualifier, it will be LSG or RR will be facing. If we walk through one or the other, I think we can put the team in the finals. It all depends on the match against Punjab. Until the match against Punjab, I can't tell pretty sure that we are gonna qualify or we are gonna reserve our place in the finals. I can't tell that. The match against Punjab gives you the result whether RCB is qualifying or not.
राहुल इज सेइंग हिमांशु भाई अंदर डर रहता है ना केएल कौन से मोमेंट में डेंजर डिसीजन लेता है बोलकर सो योर थॉट्स ऑन दिस
Absolutely true. This is so true. There has been moments, multiple moments where I have been like, "Oh, why, KL? Why? Why are you overthinking? Why are you being an engineer? Why?" So that was the things. But yeah, this is the only thing is that we have a fantastic team. We have a fantastic squad. We have found the balance as well now. Just don't mess it up by overthinking. Don't become an engineer. Let the system run. Don't repair it until it's broken. Yes.
So that brings to end of our this live stream. So do check
Yeah.
out Champhant. It is a really nice place to discuss about cricket. It's like more of like Instagram about cricket. The
Yep.
link is in the description. So Himanshu, do you
Yeah.
have to
To
say?
to tell you more about Champhant, it's like Sanmay mentioned, it's Instagram for cricket lovers. There is quality content, and I will tell you one thing that you will be never disappointed like KL Rahul's captaincy decision. Will be always quality content, and when you post, you will see you will get some runs, and those runs you can redeem for valuables.
Wait,
Exciting.
Himanshu. Check who is
Yeah, yeah.
posted this. Check who posted the story.
Who posted it?
I'll bring it
Can
in
you tell?
close.
UC posted it. So uh, that should be promising
Congratulate
for
you are the
RCB.
team.
Yeah. So, before closing this game, we had an entertaining Sunday here. DC, RCB, and CSK fans will be really happy before going for sleep tonight. So this is Sanmay Ravi and Himanshu signing off tonight after such a great game. Hard luck DC fans, but
Yeah.
good luck to CSK and CSK fans, so that they can, and RCB fans and all other fans that were supporting us. Good night. Till then, we'll meet until next time.
Yeah. Good night.